Lovers of knowledge and people of the sun, this is the part 2 of my academic journey in the university and how I was indoctrinated and brainwashed by those who control the educational system, the books we read, the libraries, and the writing system. You see, we were told in the history textbooks that Adolf Hitler killed 6 million Jews in a gas chamber. We were told that Hitler was a tyrant and he was a bad person. I believed. I even made a video some time ago criticizing Adolf Hitler and his Nazist ideology in Germany. You see, this is the greatest lie told by the Jews who were running and are still running the world in the shadows, that Adolf Hitler was a bad person and he killed 6 million Jews, and we all believed because these people were the ones controlling information. Before Adolf Hitler came to power in 1933, Germany was suffering from economic inflation, poverty, backwardness, and a lot of immorality that was against humanity. The Jews were the ones running Germany during that time. Then in Germany, because of the poverty and hunger, you can pay to sleep with both mother and daughter at once. It was that bad. The first LGBTQ community was established in Germany and was invented by a Jew. The first transgenderism, where surgery is conducted for a lady to transform to a man or a man transforming to a woman, was first conducted in Germany under a Jew. There was high rate of prostitution and crimes, all were masterminded by the Jews. When Adolf Hitler came to power, he decided to eradicate and exterminate and erase all these things in order to bring in prosperity to the German society. This is what they will never tell you in school, because the school is controlled by Jewish Zionists. They said Adolf Hitler was burning books in Germany. Let me tell you, the truth of the matter was that those books that were burnt by Adolf Hitler were books written by the Jews promoting immorality like homosexuality, lesbianism, prostitution, transgenderism, and all forms of evils, keeping the German society corrupt and backward. Adolf Hitler loved children. He loved animals. He was caring and he was determined to save his country from the hands of greedy people who believe that they are the chosen ones. I want you all to understand that the Jews committed a lot of crimes against humanity in history. History recorded that anywhere they lived, they were chased out because of their evil ways. They poisoned water wells of communities. They ate babies and drank their blood. You see, it is even recorded in their Talmud. The Talmud is the Jewish Bible, that a Jew can kill or grape a Gentile. A Gentile is a non-Jew, also known as Goyim. The Goyims, according to the Jewish Talmud, that is the Jewish Bible, are those people who are not Jews, and they are not part of the choosing family. If you read or if you meticulously read the Talmud as a Christian, you will come to the realization that these people don't care about you as a Christian. All of you are defending Israel, defending the Jews, but go and read their Bible. They don't love you as a Christian. They see you as an enemy. They don't believe in your Jesus Christ. In fact, in the Talmud, they say Jesus is in hell in a pot of boiling pool. This is the mentality and worldview of these people. They see every non-Jew as a Goyim, and a Goyim is not different from a dog according to their Talmud. This is their belief. What these people do is that they try to climb to the highest socio-political ladder of society, where they become very rich and establish their banks and started funding and giving loans to the government with high interest rates so that they can be able to control the government the next day. All the Western countries and their governments are being controlled by these people. They financed the world wars and made lots of fortune and wealth from the wars. When they were scattered all over Europe, the most powerful of them, the Rothschild family, gave huge amount of money to Britain that was bankrupt in exchange for a piece of land in Palestine. The British government agreed in 1917 through what we call the Balfour Declaration, and the state of Israel was created in 1948. Israel was created by the Rothschild family. This is the most important thing they are hiding from people. They called Hitler a bad man, accused him of killing 6 million Jews in a gas chamber. But if you carefully look at history, it was not up to 6 million Jews. In fact, there was no gas chamber based on research. All these stories were fabricated by the Jewish Zionists in Europe as a blackmail and a propaganda against Hitler and Germany in order to bring Germany to its knees. They want you to be emotional about the Holocaust. But have you heard of the Bolsheviks revolution in 1917 in Russia? Have you heard of it? They don't even teach about the Bolsheviks revolution in history classes. This was a bloody revolution carried out by the Bolsheviks, who were made up of the Jews. The revolution was carried out in Russia, where the Tsar of Russia and his family were ritualistically killed by the Jewish Bolsheviks. It was a massacre. And it did not end here. The Bolsheviks went ahead and killed over 70 million innocent Christians in Russia and declared Russia an atheist country. But your history books will not tell you anything of this, because our history books was written and funded by the Zionists, a Jewish organization. In Ukraine, the Bolsheviks deliberately starved millions of Ukrainians to death. This was called the Holodomor. It is estimated that from 1932 to 1933, 12 to 20 million people died in Ukraine out of starvation. This was masterminded by the Soviet government, which was formed by the Bolsheviks, who were made up of the Jews. But our history books are silent about it, because everyone is scared to be called anti-Semites. Once you say anything bad against the Jews, you are called anti-Semites. Even social media takes down what you say about the Jews, because wealthy, rich Jews are the ones mostly funding the owners of this social media. Therefore, no one is able to express themselves freely when it comes to the Jews. We are in the age of awakening, and if you love knowledge, share this video. I am Ebenezer Heru, and I am here to wake us up. The following books will help you to know more about our hidden history that our schools are too scared to teach. The 12th Planet, the Book of the Dead, the Book of Enoch, the Untold History of the Black Race and the Fall of African Civilization, and many more. If you want to buy, my inbox is open. The books are all in PDF soft copy. Peace.